Okay, hi guys. So, I'm very excited right now because I am about to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. Today I'm going to be doing a supernatural book tag. So, I watched Kate from Faith Lane Authors video where she did a supernatural book tag. If you want to watch hers, I'll leave it linked down below. This one that I'm going to be doing is a little bit different because I found a different tag. I just googled supernatural book tag and I found the first one that came up, and I really liked the questions, so I decided to do that one instead of the one that she did. But look, I'm representing, I have my supernatural shirt on. So yeah, but before I get started, I want to talk a little bit about Supernatural because it is literally my favorite show of all time. So if you don't want to listen to me, rant on about Supernatural for a little bit, I'll go ahead and put the time right here where the book tag actually starts, so you can just skip ahead to that time. So I discovered Supernatural when they were in their 7th season. I was a sophomore in high school, and one of my friends told me to watch it because she was watching it, and I was like, oh, I'll probably never watch it, so you can just tell me what happens. So she used to tell me everything about it, and then one day I was like, okay, I guess I'll I have nothing better to do, so I'll give it a try. And so I ended up watching the first episode, and then I ended up watching 3 more episodes, and then I was hooked. And I own every season on DVD. I have the books behind me. I don't have all the books. I only have the cast books. And then I actually went to a convention back in 2017, and I met a lot of the cast. It was my first photo op of the weekend. It was with Richard Speight Jr., Rob Benedict, and Matt Cohen, and they were literally so nice. Everybody that I met that weekend was so nice. I loved them. They were so fun. I actually bought that photo op last minute, and I'm so glad I did because it is one of my favorite photos from the weekend. Then the next person I met was Misha Collins, who plays Castiel. Again, he was super nice. It was really funny because when I went up, he put his arm around me and I put my arm around him. And then the people who went before me, they started talking to Chris, who is the photographer. And so we were kind of just standing there, and I didn't know what to do, and I was gonna turn to say something to him, but before I could, he put his other arm around me and then rested his head on my head, and I was like, okay. So we just stood there for 30 seconds like that, and I was like, this is fine. So yeah, he was super nice. The next one I had was with Mark Sheppard, who plays Crowley, and that one again I bought kind of on a whim. I just wasn't planning on doing a photo op with him that weekend, but after watching his panel, I was like, okay, I have to take a photo with him. He was so funny, whatever. But then when it was time for me to go, I got super nervous. I hate how I look in the picture, but it's fine. He was just he was super nice, but I was just super intimidated. And then the next one I have is Mr. Jensen Ackles. So for him, again, so nice, literally so nice. I think I was number 10. I was photo op number 10 or something, so I got in there early, and nothing really happened. I don't really have a story for it. He was really nice. I went up, he hugged me. I didn't hug him, he hugged me, which was fine because I hugged him back. And then I just turned around and I was like, thank you so much. And he was literally rubbing my back the entire time. And he was like, thank you, have a good day. And I was like, oh my god, Jensen. And he is so much cuter in he's cute on the show, but he's so cute in person. It's weird. He is cuter in real life than he's on the show. So I take that as you will. I don't know. And then my favorite photo op of the weekend was with the one and only Jared Padalecki. Listen, I love this man with my whole entire heart. I have a full-on story about this one. So, it was the last photo op of the weekend for me. And I was so nervous to meet Jared that I almost didn't go. Like, I genuinely almost did not go. And my friend Elizabeth dragged me down the stairs and she was like, you have to. So I was like, okay. And so there was only one person left behind me, so I was like one of the last people to go through for the photo op. And so I get in and he finishes up with the girls who were in front of me, and the lady who's working, she's like, okay, go ahead. And so I like walk up and he turns around and he looks at me and he goes, hey darling. And I was like, oh, but like the entire time I was standing in line, I was like, because when I get nervous, I like don't talk and I don't make eye contact. And so I was like, okay, I need to tell him that I love him and that he is literally my favorite person. And so I go up, he turns around, he says, hey darling, and I like melted. And I was like, hi, like I love you so much, you're literally my favorite person. And he goes, wow, you have good taste. And if you don't know, Jared I think is 6'4" or 6'5", like he's super tall and I'm only 5'2", so he like spread his legs, so he was like face to face with me and he was like holding my head like this and he was like talking to me and I was like literally dying on the inside. And so he's like face to face with me, he's like this and he goes, what do you want to do? And I was like, I just want to give you a hug. And he goes, okay. So he like pulled me in for a hug. And when he did, I don't know what happened, but my hair like went like this, like in front of my face. And so Chris was like going like this, like saying to like move my hair. And before I could do anything, he goes, do you mind? And then he started like pushing my hair behind my ear. And I was like, oh my God. And my friend Elizabeth was in the room and she goes, your face when he did that was so funny. Because I'm sure I was like I literally couldn't believe. And then he like hugged me again and he goes, it's funny, it's usually my hair that needs to be fixed. And I was just like, oh my God. And so we take the photo and then again he like comes face to face with me and he puts his hand on my head yet again. And I was like, thank you so much, like you are literally my favorite and I love you so much. He goes, thank you, you rock darling. And I was like, oh my God. And that was it. Oh my God, I literally love him so much. So yeah, that is my Supernatural weekend experience. Okay, now that I have that out of the way, we can talk about the book tag. We'll talk about books now. If you're interested, I will leave the website that I got this tag from in my description. So yeah, let's get started. The first one I have is The Cult, and it says, if you could own a fictional item, what would you choose? I would probably say Cortana from The Last Hours, because I just think like women wielding the Cortana is so badass and I think that would be so cool. So I'd have to say the Cortana. The next one is the Impala. If you could own a fictional vehicle, what would you choose? I would choose... I'm reading The Raven Cycle right now, so for some reason my brain went straight to Gansey's Camaro, but I'm like, I don't think I'd really want that, but I'd probably have to say the Weasley's car from Harry Potter, just because, you know, it flies and like that's actually kind of cool, so I'd have to say that one. The next one is Crowley, a villain you love to hate. This one, I think I have to look at the books that I have. I'm also trying to like keep this like diverse and not go with like one series throughout the entire thing. So I'm like really trying to think here. Since it's like kind of fresh in my mind, I would probably say the Darkling from Shadow and Bone. Or, okay, I don't know how to say his name. It's like it's either Jan or Jan Van Eyck from Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and he just drove me crazy. Like genuinely, he made me so mad. So yeah, I would say one of those two, either the Darkling or Jan or Jan or John. I don't know how to say his name. Whatever, them. So the next one is Sam and Dean, two characters from different books that make a perfect team to fight with. Okay, I don't know if this is a good answer, but this is my answer, so don't judge me. But I would have to say Jace Herondale and Maloretsev. Listen, I would fight alongside those two, okay? We would fuck shit up so hard. Like, literally, we would be unstoppable, I think. Okay. The next one is Dean and Cass, 2 characters from different books that make a perfect couple. And I just want to say right now I do not ship Destiel, so please don't come for me. Sorry. I'm so bad at book tags. I'm so sorry. I would like to apologize in advance. Who would make a good couple? Who do you think would make a good couple? Let me know. I said couple, not couple. I want to say something with Magnus, but I feel like I really need to stop, like, picking the Shadowhunter Chronicles. Like, I need to branch out. I need to pick somebody else. Okay, wait, I don't know why this just came to my brain, but I would say Lou from Serpent and Dove and Nina from the Six of Crows duology, because their energy they match. Like, their energy matches, and I think that would, like, them together would, 1, be unstoppable, and 2, I think they would be so funny together. So I would say Lou and Nina, for sure. Like, they would be perfect, I think. That'd be, like, oh my god, can somebody give me a book with the 2 of them? I know that they're completely different universes, but I think they would be so funny together. They would just be perfect. Like, they would match each other's energy all the time, and I think, like, I feel like they would, like, get mad at each other, but then because they think the same way, they would, like, both do something or say something, and then the other person's like, oh my god, like, you're right. You know? Like, they just have the same energy, the same vibes, and I love that. Okay, the next one is Bobby, your favorite fictional mentor figure. Okay, sorry, I have to bring it back to Shadowhunters again, because I would have to say Jem in The Last Hours as Brother Zachariah, because he's always looking out for, like, James and Lucy and Cordelia and stuff like that, and I just love it because he's just, even though he's a silent brother and he's not supposed to have, like, friends or family, like, he still obviously considers them his friends and family, and he's, like, so protective over all of them. So I would have to say Jem or Brother Zachariah in The Last Hours case. Okay, the next one is The Angel Tablet, one of the best books you've ever read. So I'm gonna pick, like, a standalone book because I have read so many series that I just, like, I can't pick one. So I'm gonna do a standalone. I'm gonna say Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. So I have it right here. This book was so mother effing good. It had me crying tears of joy and tears of sadness all in the span of 10 pages. If you have not read this book, please pick it up. It is so good. The writing is, like, incredible. I love Shay Earnshaw. I love all her books. They're so, like, atmospheric, and I absolutely loved it. And I read it so fast. I think I've talked about it before. But if you have the chance to pick this book up, like, do it. Do yourself a favor and read this book. This is one of my all-time favorite books. Like, I genuinely don't have anything bad to say about this book. It was so good, and I am literally still obsessed with it. So, read this book. Also, Oliver Huntsman, chef's kiss. I love him. So, please, if you get a chance to pick this book up, do it. Just do it. I promise you won't regret it. Okay, the next one I have is The Demon Tablet, one of the worst books you've ever read. This one is so easy. Actually, my camera's resting on it right now, so I'm not going to pick it up. But that would be Love Letters to the Dead. I don't know the author of it, but I hated it. I hated that book, and I don't know how I did not DNF it. But I tried. I got through it eventually. It took me probably 2 weeks to read it, and it's a short book too. I think it's only like a little over 300 pages, but I hated it. So if you like that book, I'm sorry. I did not like it at all. It was so boring. I don't know. I was just so frustrated reading it. I did not like the book at all. So yeah, don't recommend it. Oh my god, fun. Okay, Shapeshifters. My favorite monster. I don't know. My favorite monster from Supernatural. Shapeshifters. A book with a much better cover in a different country. Okay, if I sound out of breath, it's because I turned my camera off for a second, and I'm the only one home right now. And a door just slammed in the house. And so I ran downstairs, and there's nobody here still, and yeah, I don't know why the door closed. Well, I don't know why the door slammed shut. So, yeah. Anyways, fun. So, anyways. So I would probably have to say A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I have the first book, and I don't know, there's just something like more pleasing. So this is the US cover and this is the UK cover, and I just think it's like more pleasing, if that makes sense. I don't know, I just like it better. I like the aesthetic better. So the next one is Hunters, a character you would love to hunt. Tell me why my brain said John Walker. He's not even, well, okay, you know what? Technically, he is a book character. He's a comic book character. So I'm going to say John Walker, the US agent, because, I have never had a fictional character make me as mad as he has made me. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Every time I watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier and he comes on screen, I go like this. Like, every time I'm just like, so yeah, I can't stand him. And you know what? This counts because he is a comic book character. So, US Agent John Walker, I would fight him. Like, straight up, I would fight him. So, Chuck / the Author, a book in which you guess the plot twist. Okay, so this is a spoiler alert for Crooked Kingdom. So, once the spoiler sign is gone, I'm done talking about it. So, at the end of Crooked Kingdom, Matthias dies, which broke my heart because Matthias is literally my favorite character from the books, and I love him dearly. And the fact that he died just literally sent me into a spiral. So, but I did see it coming because I knew that Nina was in King of Scars and Rule of Wolves, and I knew for a fact that neither Matthias or Nina would ever leave each other, and the fact that he was not in those books and she is, I knew that he had to die. And so, like, it was just, if you haven't read Crooked Kingdom, like, it's so easy to put two and two together. Especially with King of Scars and Rule of Wolves out already. Like, it's so easy to put two and two together. I literally cannot predict anything. Ever. Like, ever. So the fact that I predicted that, like, it just made sense. It just made sense. So the next one is Castiel's Trenchcoat, a book that looks so much better without a dust jacket. So the one that I picked is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I love this cover. Like, obviously I took the dust jacket off and I just have this on display on my shelves. I mean, the dust jacket is cool too, but like, this is like so cool. I would definitely say Cemetery Boys because I am like obsessed with this. Like, straight up, I'm obsessed with this. So, and then there's the spine. So yes, Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. So the last one is Carry On My Wayward Son. Put your playlist on shuffle and play the first song. For which book is this song the perfect soundtrack? Okay, so I have a whole bunch of different playlists. So I'm just gonna go... I'm currently listening to the Captain America soundtrack. Well, more importantly, the Captain America Winter Soldier soundtrack. So, I don't even know if you were able to see that, but it's fine. I'm gonna do my fave song soundtrack. I don't know if it's focused, but I hope it's focused, because I'm just gonna put shuffle. Put your records on. Oh, I don't know. This one's hard. I don't know. I'm having a hard time. My camera's gonna die. I'm stressed out. I'm gonna say Twilight because Edward listens to a lot of music, and they talked about music, and he's gonna put his records on. Okay, that's it. That's my answer. It's a bad answer, but it's my answer. So I have to make this outro super quick because I don't know how much longer I have. But I just want to say, if you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up if you want. Let me know. Do you like Supernatural? Who's your favorite color? Who's your favorite character? Because Sam Winchester is my comfort character from Supernatural. Him and Jack. So, like, those two are my absolute faves from the show. So let me know who your fave is. And, if you want to subscribe, please subscribe. I post every Wednesday. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Bye!